Well, this will be an interesting one. It's not every day you get a review of a novelization of a Studio Ghibli anime movie. But this book caught my eye. My Neighbor Totoro caught my eye. I was in a layover in an airport and it was sitting there, and I've never watched this movie. Kind of wanted to check it out, see what it's about. And I saw the book, and I thought, like, well, I'm in a reading mood. Let's grab the book, and maybe that'll get me to watch the movie. And I read it, and I watched it, and I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm not going to do my normal no spoilers spoiler section. I think we're just going to talk about it in general, and then compare the book to the movie, because there's not really much to spoil in this. What it is just this family. Their mom is in a hospital, kind of out in the countryside, and they live in the city. Well, it takes forever to get from the city to the hospital so these girls can visit their mom. So the dad and the two girls, they move out into the country where the hospital is only like a 45-minute bike ride away. Well, while they're out there in the country, the little sister gets lost one day. This the older sister and the dad, they're kind of worried, they're freaking out, they're trying to find her. They eventually find her out in the forest, and they're like, May, what are you doing? And when the little girl, she wakes up and she's like, Totoro, Totoro, where did he go? Did you see him? And they're like, what, Totoro? What are you talking about? It's like, yeah, he's big and gray. He kind of looks like a cat, rabbit, raccoon thing. And oh, where did he go? And then the dad, somehow knows. He's like, oh, it sounds like a spirit of the forest you met. You can't just go looking for them, but when they want to find you, they will come and find you. So you just have to wait. So this whole story, the book and the movie, is just kind of like these girls' daily lives, doing chores, going to school, out playing, just with some little encounters with Totoro. Now, I will say the movie is definitely much, much better than the book for a couple reasons. Obviously, with anime, they're so expressive, right? Their voices, their eyes, everything, you can just really feel the emotion, which you can't get, you can't really get it out of the book, even though they tried to do stuff with the dialogue. But you can't get the same feeling, I think, as from the movie. Also, the movie's just more interesting. They take things out of the movie and they insert some like boring parts into the book that are not in the movie. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like the first encounter with Totoro in the movie, you actually see him. You see May like jump on his tummy and like tickle him and scratch him. You get to see the whole thing. In the book, they just find her when she wakes up. We don't get to see Totoro. The second encounter at the bus stop, in the movie, he's like jumping around and twirling and doing his big roar. And then in the book, he just kind of stands there. And he waits for the cat bus and he gets on and bye-bye. So I don't know why they just took out the interesting bits from the book. Also in the book, they go back into the city to spend a few days with their aunt, I think, which was completely pointless other than to say, oh, we don't really miss the city. We want to go back to the little countryside town. That wasn't in the movie. Totally pointless. The part where they kind of grow this garden and Totoro comes and they kind of fly around with him and sit up on the trees, not in the book. The part at night with the garden is, but they don't go flying around with him. So that's the first three encounters with Totoro where we don't really get any fun interactions with him. And I think there's only four, right? Isn't the last one just when May gets lost and, oh, what's the big sister's name? I can't believe I forgot it. Oh, she has that weird name. Satsuki? Is that what it is? And she runs in to find Totoro. In the book, which I found so weird, the cat bus comes. She gets on the cat bus that goes soaring around the countryside, and she sees her sister, and she goes, oh, there she is. Well, the cat bus then just passes her sister, goes back to like her house. She has to get out and then go back running across the hills to tell other people, hey, this is where my sister is. The movie makes so much more sense because when they see her, she's like, there she is. The cat bus stops and picks up her sister. In the book, I'm like, what are they doing? They're just running by. Oh, there she is. See ya. So yeah, the movie is so much better. In the movie too, they like fly to the hospital and sit and they see her mom, their mom sitting with the dad smiling. And whereas in the book at the very end, it's her mom coming, walking up the path. She's out of the hospital and back. So yeah, a weird book to kind of read. You know, I think if it hadn't been for the movie, if I wasn't able to visualize the characters and Totoro himself, I think the book is a big zero because it just nothing happens. Nothing really interesting happens in the book. But so yeah, the movie definitely much better. That's all I got to say about this. I know it was a weird book to review, but thanks for coming along. Let me know down below what you think, and I will catch you next time. See ya.